Hello once again. Hey, it's Dan here in Virginia, and as I think about it, this is actually New Year's Eve, so this will be my last video of the year. And today I'd like to give you a little introduction to what is known as the Radical RC Stick 600. I hope you can see that. This is a kit airplane. It consists of 175 laser cut parts, and you can see on the table here all I've got done so far. I've got the wing together, the wing structure. This has taken me, I don't know, 3 days, working a couple hours a day to get this all together. It all comes in a box. This is the box. You get they're all laser cut. It's amazing. There's no waste to this cutting of this thing. It's all done with CNC controlled lasers. They cut precisely through the wood, and you just break them apart, and you get the exact piece. The pieces are very precise, and they snap together. The key thing is you don't even have to glue it. You can see here that these are the plans, and this is all you get. I mean, you get the plan. That's all you get is a picture. You don't get a full sheet plan where you lay out on the bench and start pinning things down to the bench. You don't do that. You just snap these parts off of the sheet, the balsa wood sheet. You snap them all out, and you separate them into different piles, like the wing, the fuselage, so forth. You count them all out, the 175 parts, and then you start to put it together. And let me back up 1 second before I go on. This airplane is a stick style airplane, and it's one of my favorites. The sticks fly so well. They're not a model of anything. They're just an airplane. And you know, I have the Ultra Stick E25. I like that, but this is also a stick style airplane. This thing has a wingspan of 49 inches. Its length is 49 inches, and its weight is only supposed to be 2.5 pounds. They claim, if you read all this fine print, it is the lightest plane of its size, which is a .40 glue size stick. It's a couple pounds lighter than any of those, so it's really fast when it's built up. And it's from Radical RC in Dayton, Ohio. They're good people to work with. I used to live up there when I was in the Air Force, and I went into RCs then, but I guess they were there. But they're great people. So this was designed by the owner of the store, and he's been a designer for a number of years. He has several planes, but this is his latest, the Stick 600. So anyway, back to the wing. Here's the wing. You take the parts. They come in laser cut pieces of plywood, and you snap the parts out, and all these little parts, and then you snap them together. And the way they're cut so precisely with the laser cutter, they sort of just snap like putting tile on the floor, if you ever worked with that. And they all snap together, and so you can assemble 90% of the airplane. So they say 90%, and then you go back with your CA glue, and I still have to do it to this thing here. You put a little CA here, a little CA here, a little CA here. You put a little bit of CA glue and let it wick into the balsa wood joints. Otherwise, you'd never get it together. Now, I have on this particular wing, when I started, you can see down here, I'm an old woodworker, so my default glue is good old Titebond 2 or 3 waterproof glue. This stuff here, so I use this stuff, Titebond 3 Ultimate Wood Glue. I did use that for these these joints down here, but now I've got to go back, get the CA glue, do all this top layer here. And of course, when you're all done, of course, then you got to cover it. So you got to be prepared for that. You have to cover the entire airplane, and I've got to get the idea in my head how to cover it. Right now, I'm waiting on parts. I need the servos, I need a receiver, I need a gyro, so on and so forth. They're all in the mail. They're coming, but I don't need them just yet. But anyway, this is the wing for it. She should be a great plane to fly. And what I plan to do, I'll try to keep this short. I'll try to give you some updates as I go along. This is the introduction to the Radical RC Stick 600. I hope you like it. I hope you have a merry and great New Year's this year of flying. Out here.